can there be a before? Before the beginning of time? The answer? I don't know. Now, you might wonder, Daddy, how can all of this come out of nothing? Well, imagine nothing as a tiny, super dense point. So small, yet containing everything. A singularity. Hello! This ancient singularity, fluctuating and unstable, finally burst into a massive expansion of energy. The Big Bang! This wasn't just some cool action movie explosion. Everything we know had its start there. In the first microseconds, the four fundamental forces of the universe emerged from being initially combined into one.
Maybe you could simplify that part a little bit?
Fine, I'll make them into characters.
I'm gravity. Think of me as the force of attraction between objects with mass.
Hi, I'm electromagnetism. My force can attract or repel things depending on their charge.
Yo, I'm the strong nuclear force. I'm like the glue that holds the nucleus of an atom together. And yeah, I'm the strongest of all the forces. Take that, suckers!
Greetings. I'm the weak nuclear force. I help break atoms apart so they can change into different elements. It might sound simple, but without forces like mine, the sun wouldn't have the power to shine.
Okay, that was pretty clear. If your astronaut gig doesn't pan out, you could always be a teacher.
And spend my days telling stories about inanimate objects with over-exaggerated personalities? Who would even enjoy that?
I don't know. You'd be surprised.
So, during the first microseconds, a lot happened. The forces we talked about separated as temperatures dropped from this chaotic hot mess. The universe rapidly expanded in a smooth and homogeneous way, and
When do we get to see the planets?
in a minute, honey. Or more like in a few million years.
Got it.
At one point after the explosion, the universe was just this big gelatinous plasma thingy, filled with all the fundamental particles. As it kept cooling down, some of those particles formed protons and neutrons. Oh, and matter and antimatter had a bit of a showdown. Luckily for us, matter won. Yay! So, after all that, a bit of matter was left over, and that leftover matter, well, that's the universe we see today.
Wow. All of this happened in how many years?
Guess what? Not even a single second has passed yet.
Really? Cool. So, when do we get to see the planets?
I told you.
Okay. I'll be patient.
Hello! I'm Mrs. Electron.
Well, nice to meet you. I'm Mr. Proton. How come we've never met?
I don't know, maybe because things have cooled down recently?
Yes, over 380,000 years of a boiling hot universe, it was getting tiresome.
Indeed. So, now that things are more chill, wanna hang out?
Is that allowed?
Maybe. Who cares?
Let's do it!
Whee!
And so, the first ever atoms began to form. Neutral hydrogen atoms. With fewer electrons scattering light, the entire universe became this vast, transparent thing, allowing light to travel freely. This is one of the ways we know the Big Bang actually happened.
Wait, you lost me there.
The particles of light, called photons, could finally travel freely. These photons created what we call the cosmic microwave background. It's like a baby picture of the universe.
Do you really carry that in your wallet, honey?
Hey, I knew it would come in handy one day, and it did.
Okay. So, now that there are atoms, I guess planets start to form?
Not for a while, actually. Stars hadn't formed yet, so there wasn't much light. From this point on, we enter what is known as the Dark Age. But don't worry, it didn't last long. Just a quick 150 million years.
You throw these numbers around so casually.
That's what happens when you're talking about space.
So, what happened after 150 million years of darkness?
The first stars were formed.
Yay! Okay, Junior, this part of the story isn't scary anymore.
It was absolute chaos! These early stars were massive and short-lived. Planets began to form, but with stars exploding left and right, the universe was in a constant state of chaos. Ah! Ahem. wasn't until a few billion years later, in a galaxy now known as the Milky Way, that a smaller star was born. This star is our sun.
Where am I?
Hey, Ptolemy! Look at this one! Nice find, Rigel.
Can you please help me? I'm scared.
Please help me, I'm scared. Oh, poor little star.
Come on, don't bully him.
Guys, get out of the way!
Scary!
What is it, Arcturus?
It's that star. It's going supernova.
Okay, I'm
See ya,
out.
baby
We
star.
gotta go!
Hello? Are you in pain?
Run, little one.
Hello? No! Don't go to sleep! Please! I don't want to be alone! What? Help! Help!
I guess that's good enough for now. Good night, son. Hey, family! Phew, had a crazy day at work today. My jet shut down for a second and I had to... Have you been waiting all day for me to continue talking about the origin of the universe?
Honey, you left us on such a cliffhanger. Kinda cruel of you. So, yes, we've been waiting.
Alright. So, where were we? Ah, yes. So there it was. Our sun. And as I told you last night, despite being massive by our standards, it was just a lonely little star in an ever-expanding, chaotic universe.
Hello?
Hello!
I can't hear you! Please, can you come closer to me?
What?
No! I'm sorry! Okay, I'll stay put. Sorry, little rocks. I'm sorry! I can't go with you! Maybe one day I'll be able to hang out with the other stars. But now, you can be my friends, right?
The universe came from an explosion that began an expansion in every direction. This meant that most stars, most galaxies, most of everything was drifting away from each other. Our sun was alone, and every passing second it was further away from the closest star.
That's so sad, honey.
Well, we're talking about 4.6 billion years ago, honey. Things were different. Even something like life was unthinkable in these conditions. But things would begin to change.
Planets? Are we going to see planets?
Yes, we finally reached the planets.
Yes!
Hello? Wait, you're a planet! I have a planet? Who am I? You're a planet! My first planet ever! You were born from the stuff that I came from! Sorry. No, don't be! In fact, you could even be a star! You're mostly made of hydrogen and helium, like me! But I'm too little. You're too big. I know, but that's okay. You don't need to be a star. My first planet. It looks scary out there. Yeah, I know. Hey, when you're afraid of the dark, just look at me. And who do you look at when you are afraid? Don't worry. I'm the sun. I'll be okay.
Jupiter was the first planet, followed closely by Saturn. It didn't have its famous rings just yet, but a lot of these planets didn't last long. Orbits were messy, and a lot of planets crossed paths with each other. So sooner or later, many planets just...
No! This again? Why is this? Why do they keep... Son, is there anything I can do to... Stay there! Stay in your orbit!
Cool, cool. Well, anyway, Saturn, what are you doing late?
Jupiter!
Yes, son?
Just try not to go too far from your orbit, okay? Some of the rocky planets are still being formed, and, you're a big ball of gravity.
Listen, I know it may be a bit too late to change orbits, but my friend is at the other side of the belt. Can I?
Jupiter, no! We've talked about this!
But I used to be able to change orbits freely. Now I'm just stuck here.
I'm not having it! Come on, you're the biggest planet! Be a good example to all the others! We can talk later, Jupiter.
Ugh, he's gotten all paranoid. Like he doesn't have enough planets already. Maybe he's aiming to have a planet that can sustain life. Then he's insane. Come on, that's not possible. Gas giants like us can't sustain life, and rocky planets are so feeble.
Well, you gotta give him props for trying, though.
Who are you again?
Yeah, who's that planet again?
Oh, that's Planet X. It's a hypothetical ice giant.
How come I've never heard of it?
Well, this part of the story deals with a few theories regarding the formation of the solar system as we know it today. One is the Grand Tack, and the other is the existence of a fifth giant, Planet X.
I told you. I'm Planet X.
Well, Planet X, you're being incredibly annoying. Yeah, sorry, but you're being kinda rude.
I'm being rude? Seriously? Give me a break.
The sun is distracted.
So?
I can do this. I can cross to your side. Great idea! Okay, hurry before he...
Guys, no! Stop! Jupiter, you can't do this!
Wait, look out! Wait, no!
Who are the gentle voices? In Chapter 4, we meet Dewey after he brutally beat